What's up everybody? It's your girl Something Flavor, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to DIY your very own fuzzy cheetah print bucket hat. So if you would like to learn, just keep on watching.
Something Flavor.
To make this bucket hat, we're just going to need some fuzzy cheetah fabric and some fabric for our lining. And taking that fuzzy cheetah fabric, we're going to place our bucket hat pattern on top of there. This pattern consists of 3 pieces. It has the brim, the circle that goes around the top of the head, and the band that goes around the middle. I had gotten this pattern off of Natalia Dedios' channel. She has a video explaining how she constructed this pattern, as well as a downloadable PDF. So I will link that below in the description. But once we have our pieces aligned nicely, we're just going to cut out each one. So I decided that I wanted the underneath part of my bucket hat to be the fuzzy fabric on the brim as well. So I just took the pattern of the brim portion and I cut that out on the fuzzy fabric as well, so that the outside and the underneath would be the fuzzy cheetah fabric. Now we're ready to work on our lining. Just take the circle top portion of the pattern and the band portion of the pattern and cut both of those pieces out on the lining. We don't have to do the brim because we already cut that out on the fuzzy fabric, so we don't have to do that again with the lining fabric. At this point we have all of our pieces cut out, and we're going to have 2 of everything. So we're going to have a lining plus a fuzzy piece for the circle top. We're going to have 2 fuzzy pieces for our brim, and we're going to have a lining plus a fuzzy piece for the body of the bucket hat. Now we're going to connect our 2 brim pieces and our 2 body pieces. So take the 2 brim pieces, align them right sides facing together, and connect the edges. And then just do the same thing with the 2 body pieces. And then we're going to sew straight stitches across each of those edges to connect those 4 pieces. Once each piece is all sewed up, we're going to take our 2 brims, and with them being folded in half, we're going to take some pins and just mark where the halfway points are. Open them up, and with them facing right sides facing together, just match up our seams and the 2 pins that we had made as our halfway points. Clip those down and then sew all around just the outside of that circle. Once the 2 brims are attached, it's time to start attaching the 2 body pieces to the 2 circle top pieces. So what I'm doing here is I'm just finding 4 equal points on my 2 body pieces by having it folded in half and putting a pin on each of the corner pieces, with my seam being one of those sides. And I'm doing this so that when I attach it to the 2 circle pieces, it's going to be a little bit easier and it's going to work out a little bit nicer for me. So starting with the fuzzy outside fabric, just take the body piece and use those 4 pins that we had put on each corner of it and align it right sides facing to the top circle portion. And then take the lining piece and do the same exact thing. And once they're both attached, just sew around the perimeter. Now we have the top portion of our lining attached and the top portion of our fuzzy cheetah fabric. And we're going to take the top portion of the fuzzy fabric and place it inside of our brim. And we're going to align them right sides facing together, pin them up, and sew all the way around. And while you're doing this, make sure you're not only attaching the top portion of the hat to the brim, but you're also closing the top and bottom portions of the brim as well. So now we're going to take the hat and flip it inside out, and we're going to fold the brim on the inside of the hat. So now the right sides is in the inside of the hat and the wrong side is facing the outside. And take our lining and place it on the inside of the hat so that the right sides are now facing together. Pin them up and sew all the way around. We have to flip the bucket hat right sides facing out, so don't finish sewing at this part. Leave a little bit of room so that we could fit a couple fingers through so that we are able to flip the bucket hat right sides all facing out. Once everything is facing the right way, we're just going to take the lining and the little hole that we had left, and we're going to top stitch that shut. And boom, we are all finished. I really love this bucket hat and it matches the purse that I had made in my previous video, so I'll attach that at the end so you guys could go check that out as well. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. If you have questions or suggestions, just leave them in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching.